Have you ever had a song lyric stuck in your head, replaying over and over again? Or maybe a random thought that just won't leave you alone? What if these seemingly insignificant moments are actually coded messages from the universe, nudges towards a deeper understanding of yourself and reality? In this video, we'll explore the fascinating intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness to uncover how these mysterious occurrences might be more meaningful than you think. The quest to understand the nature of reality and our place within it has been a central theme in human thought for millennia. From the ancient wisdom traditions of the East to the philosophical inquiries of the West, humanity has sought to unravel the mysteries of existence. Spirituality, in its broadest sense, encompasses this search for meaning and purpose, often involving a connection to something larger than oneself. It's a journey inward, a process of self-discovery and transformation. Quantum physics, on the other hand, is a relatively new field of science that delves into the bizarre and counterintuitive world of the very small, the realm of atoms and subatomic particles. It challenges our classical understanding of the universe, revealing a reality that is probabilistic, interconnected, and observer-dependent. The roots of spiritual thought can be traced back to ancient civilizations. In India, the Vedas and Upanishads, dating back thousands of years, explored the nature of consciousness and the interconnectedness of all things. Concepts like Brahman, the ultimate reality, and Atman, the individual self, formed the basis of Hindu philosophy. Buddhism, founded by Siddhartha Gautama, offered a path to enlightenment through mindfulness, meditation, and the understanding of impermanence. In the West, ancient Greek philosophers like Plato and Aristotle grappled with questions of metaphysics, ethics, and the nature of reality. Plato's theory of forms suggested that the physical world is merely a shadow of a higher realm of perfect and eternal ideas. These early thinkers laid the groundwork for later spiritual and philosophical developments. Key figures in the development of spiritual thought include mystics, saints, and philosophers who have dedicated their lives to exploring the inner realms of consciousness. Figures like Rumi, the 13th century Persian poet and Sufi mystic, whose writings are filled with profound insights into love, devotion, and the unity of all beings. Teresa of Avila, a 16th century Spanish Carmelite nun and mystic, whose writings describe her experiences of divine union. These individuals, through their personal experiences and teachings, have inspired countless others to embark on their own spiritual journeys. Modern sources of spiritual wisdom include contemporary authors, teachers, and researchers who are exploring new ways to understand and integrate spirituality into our lives. Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now, emphasizes the importance of being present in the moment as a key to spiritual awakening. Deepak Chopra, a physician and author, integrates Eastern philosophy with Western medicine to promote holistic health and well-being. These modern voices offer practical tools and insights for navigating the challenges of modern life while staying connected to our spiritual core. Quantum physics emerged in the early 20th century, challenging many of the assumptions of classical physics. Max Planck's work on blackbody radiation, Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, and Niels Bohr's model of the atom laid the foundation for this revolutionary field. One of the key concepts in quantum physics is superposition, which states that a particle can exist in multiple states simultaneously until it is observed. Another is entanglement, which describes how two particles can become linked in such a way that they instantaneously affect each other, even when separated by vast distances. These phenomena defy our everyday intuition and suggest that reality is far more complex and mysterious than we previously thought. The intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness arises from the observation that both fields seem to point towards a deeper interconnectedness and a more active role for consciousness in shaping reality. Some researchers and thinkers have proposed that quantum physics may provide a scientific basis for spiritual concepts such as the unity of all things, the power of intention, and the possibility of non-local consciousness. However, it's important to note that these ideas are still highly speculative and debated within both the scientific and spiritual communities. Now, let's dive into how these concepts might relate to those song lyrics or random thoughts that keep popping into your head. Imagine that the universe is a vast ocean of energy and information, constantly vibrating and interacting. Quantum physics tells us that everything is interconnected at a fundamental level. Your consciousness, as a part of this interconnected web, is constantly receiving and processing information from the universe. Sometimes, This information manifests as a song lyric, a thought, or an image that resonates with your current state of being or your future potential. These messages can be interpreted as synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem to defy chance. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, coined the term synchronicity to describe these experiences. He believed that synchronicities are not random occurrences, but rather meaningful connections between our inner world and the external world. When a song lyric keeps repeating in your head, it might be a synchronistic event, a sign that the universe is trying to get your attention. But what is the universe trying to tell you? Well, that depends on the specific lyric or thought in your own personal context. Maybe the lyric is about overcoming challenges, and you're currently facing a difficult situation in your life. It could be a reminder that you have the strength and resilience to persevere. Or perhaps the lyric is about love and connection, and you're feeling lonely or disconnected. It might be a gentle nudge to open your heart and seek out meaningful relationships. One way to interpret these messages is to pay attention to the emotions and associations that arise when you hear the lyric or have the thought. What feelings does it evoke in you? What memories or experiences does it bring to mind? These associations can provide clues about the underlying meaning of the message. Another approach is to consider the context in which the lyric or thought appears. What were you doing or thinking about just before it popped into your head? This context can shed light on the relevance of the message to your current situation. Let's consider some personal transformation stories to illustrate how these messages can work in practice. Sarah, a young artist, was struggling with self-doubt and creative block. She kept hearing the lyric, "Don't give up," from a song she hadn't listened to in years. At first, she dismissed it as a random occurrence, but the lyric kept repeating day after day. Eventually, she realized that the universe was telling her to persevere in her artistic pursuits, despite her doubts and fears. Inspired by this message, she decided to take a risk and submit her artwork to a local gallery. To her surprise, her work was accepted, and she began to gain recognition as an artist. Another example is John, a businessman who was feeling stressed and overwhelmed by his work. He kept hearing the lyric, "Let It Be," from a Beatles song. He initially found the lyric annoying and irrelevant to his situation, but as he reflected on it, he realized that he was trying to control everything in his life, leading to unnecessary stress and anxiety. He decided to adopt a more relaxed and accepting attitude, focusing on what he could control and letting go of what he couldn't. This shift in perspective led to a significant reduction in his stress levels and an improvement in his overall well-being. It's important to acknowledge that there are multiple perspectives on the meaning and significance of these experiences. Some people may view them as purely psychological phenomena, the result of subconscious associations and cognitive biases. Others may see them as evidence of a deeper spiritual reality, a connection to a higher power, or a collective consciousness. Still, others may adopt a more agnostic or skeptical stance, acknowledging the mystery of these experiences without necessarily attributing them to any specific cause. The scientific evidence for the connection between quantum physics and consciousness is still limited and often controversial. Some researchers have proposed that quantum processes in the brain may play a role in consciousness, but this is a highly debated topic. The Penrose-Hameroff-Orr theory, for example, suggests that quantum computations occur in microtubules within brain neurons, giving rise to consciousness. However, this theory has faced criticism from many scientists who argue that the brain is too warm and wet for quantum coherence to be maintained. Recent scientific discoveries, such as the observation of quantum entanglement in biological systems, have sparked renewed interest in the potential role of quantum mechanics in living organisms. However, it's important to emphasize that these discoveries do not necessarily prove a direct link between quantum physics and consciousness. They simply suggest that quantum phenomena may be more prevalent in biological systems than previously thought. One of the limitations of our current knowledge is that we still don't fully understand the nature of consciousness itself. Despite decades of research, scientists and philosophers are still struggling to define and explain how consciousness arises from the physical brain. Without a clear understanding of consciousness, it's difficult to make definitive claims about its relationship to quantum physics or any other physical phenomenon. Another limitation is the difficulty of conducting rigorous scientific experiments on subjective experiences. How do you objectively measure the meaning or significance of a song lyric that keeps repeating in someone's head? How do you control for all the possible confounding variables that might influence their interpretation of the experience? These challenges make it difficult to draw firm conclusions about the validity of the connection between spirituality and quantum consciousness. Despite these limitations, the exploration of this intersection remains a fascinating and potentially fruitful area of inquiry. Even if we can't definitively prove a causal relationship between quantum physics and consciousness, the act of exploring these ideas can lead to new insights and perspectives on the nature of reality and our place within it. The contemporary impact of these ideas can be seen in various areas, from practical applications to cultural significance and technological insights. In the realm of practical applications, the concept of the power of intention has gained popularity in self-help and personal development circles. Many people believe that by focusing their thoughts and intentions, they can influence their reality and achieve their goals. While the scientific evidence for this is mixed, there is certainly a growing awareness of the potential impact of our thoughts and beliefs on our lives. Culturally, the intersection of spirituality and quantum consciousness has found expression in art, literature, and film. Many artists and writers are exploring themes of interconnectedness, non-locality, and the nature of reality in their work. Films like What the Bleep Do We Know have popularized these ideas among a wider audience, although they have also been criticized for oversimplifying and misrepresenting scientific concepts. Technologically, the field of quantum computing is rapidly advancing, with the potential to revolutionize various industries. Quantum computers, which leverage the principles of quantum mechanics, could solve complex problems that are currently intractable for classical computers. Some researchers have even speculated that quantum computers could one day be used to simulate consciousness or explore the fundamental nature of reality. Emerging trends in this field include the development of new quantum technologies, the exploration of quantum biology, and the ongoing debate about the nature of consciousness. As our understanding of quantum physics and consciousness deepens, we can expect to see further developments in these areas. So, the next time you find a song lyric stuck in your head, or a random thought that just won't go away, consider it a potential message from the universe. Pay attention to the emotions and associations that arise, reflect on the context in which it appears, and be open to the possibility that it might be guiding you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and your place in the world. Ultimately, the quest to understand the nature of reality and our connection to it is a personal journey. Whether you approach it from a scientific, spiritual, or philosophical perspective, the important thing is to remain curious, open-minded, and willing to explore the mysteries of existence. What do you think? Are these just random occurrences, or could there be something more to them? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and found it thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos exploring the fascinating intersection of spirituality, science, and consciousness. Thanks for watching.